Hello, today's topic is Bharata Natyashastra and Abhigyana Shakuntalam. Bharata Natyashastra is the first eponymous book of dramaturgy that is available to the present generation. With its stray quotations of archaic tenor, it has been establishing its authoritative role on the science of Natya since time immemorial. This earliest extant work in music and dancing is otherwise called as a sutra, and its sections are based on abhinayas giving pleasure to the audience are called rasa, which are of four types: sattvika, vachika, angika, and aharya. When its fourth and fifth chapters treat of Purvaraga, the preliminaries of the commencement of drama, its 35th and 36th chapters are supplementary and deal with the qualification and behavior of the actors and actresses. However, Bharata deals with the science of Natya as an anga to Vedic rites, allowing all its aesthetic profundity. According to the rules of the Sanskrit dramaturgy, the first element we noted is drama is to be represented on the stage. It is visible and so distinguished from other forms of poetry. And this rule holds good to Abhigyana Shakuntalam of Kalidasa. It is visible and audible, both, and so called as Rupa. Someone can well understand there is no place in this particular book on closet drama or drama that is presented through the transistors or radio. And the second point is to be stressed here is that it is meant for entertainment, though it is serious and full of supernatural elements. But now, taking Nandi as the first element of Sanskrit drama from the Natyashastra, in the play of Kalidas it is ignited with an invocation to gods. This Nandi or benediction includes the blessing of a Brahman and consisted of light padas. It is a sort of prelude in which an actress sings a lyric on the beauties of summertime. Then the introduction is inserted rightly by Kalidasa following the Natyashastra. It is before the commencement of the subject matter, where the subject matter is suggested figuratively, employing a conversation between the actors. So a dialogue between the stage manager and one actor referring to the play continues, which seeks to win public favor. It pays a complimentary tribute to the critical acumen of the spectators, mentions the past events and present circumstances, elucidating the plot, and invariably ends by adroitly introducing one of the characters of the actual play. Now, the third essential element is that the subject matter is divided into two. First, to be represented on the stage, and second, to be indicated. So naturally, as the drama proceeds, everything is represented on the stage except Sakuntala's love of the ring on the river, and it is indicated. A Sanskrit drama is divided into scenes and acts. The former are marked by the entrance of one character and the exit of another. The stage is never left vacant till the end of the act, nor does any change of locality taking place till then. Before a need of an interlude called Biskambha or Prabeshaka, consisting of a monologue or dialogue, is often introduced. Similarly, here the king Duswanta appears pursuing a gazelle in the sacred group of the sage Kanva. Here he catches sight of Sakuntala, who, accompanied by her two maiden friends, Anushya and Priyambada, is engaged in watering her favorite trees. Struck by her beauty, he exclaims, "Her leaf is ready as an opening bud. Her graceful arms resemble tender swords. Attractive as the bloom upon the tree, the glow of youth is sprayed on all her limbs." Seizing an opportunity of admonishing her, he soon feels that it is impossible for him to return to his capital, and says, "My limbs move forward while my heart flies back like silk and standard worn against the breeze." In the second act of the comic element is introduced with the jester Madhavya, who is as much disgusted with his master's lovelorn conditions as with his fondness for the chase. Similarly, before the third act, when the choleric ascetic named Durvasa is taken into the sixth act, in the sixth act, a fisherman dragged into with a ring is put as an interlude. Excluding all the extraneous matters to be indicated or the arthosepakas, the matters to be shown are divided into 7 acts. Here the hero, his association is shown as Bija or Bindu. All the characters make their exit at the end of the act. The next most essential element, and without which no play can be constructed, is plot or the subject matter. There are the avasthas. They are mukha, garva, pratimukha, vimarsha, nirvahana, which are found in Abhigyana Sakuntalam. These are also called as sandhis. So here, when in the third act, the love-sick Sakuntala is discovered on the bed of flowers, the king meets her and marries her. Now Durvasa, a choleric ascetic, curses Sakuntala, finding her forgotten in someone's imagination, who could recognize her in production of the ring presented, and really after the marriage she is forgotten by Dushyanta. When Shakuntala leaves the family of her foster father, she is bitterly thrown out with her hard words. It completes the 5th act, but in the 6th act, the king reproaches his fault, finding the signet ring from the fisherman which he gave to his beloved, and he is indulged in sorrows. Here Indra's charioteer Matuli appears for his aid to vanquish the demons. In the last act, or 7th, Dushyanta is seen driving in Indra's car to Hemakuta, the mountain of the Gandharvas. He sees a young baby playing with a lion cub. He takes him to his arms, and exclaims over the stranger's child. Then he finds Sakuntala. Here Bharata's characterization or Neta rule holds true. 3 types of characters, namely Uttama, are best like Dushyanta, Sakuntala come, while Madhyama are middle class, namely Durvasa and Kanva come, and lastly the Adhama are low like Bidusaka, Pupil, Anushya and Priyambada also come. Taking Bharata's notion and Rasa, the determinants are Vibhavas like the summer season, the jungle, the flowers, etc. All approve of the Anubhavas are consequence giving rise Sakuntala's bent of mind. The Britis or the modes of behavior or styles of procedure also come front. On the other hand, the element of dialogue or speech also holds true. Lastly, even the play ends with the most important element called Bharata Vakya, or the concluding stanza of the Sanskrit drama. Of course, it is mentioned as a subdivision of the last segment, that means Nirvahana Shanti, in which a wish for the well-being of the nation or the people is expressed. However, when Natyashastra deals with an elaborate analysis of the uh, courses of aesthetic pleasure that derives from seeing a performance, treats of architecture of the theatre, gives an exhaustive treatment of meters to be employed, the posturing, movement of gestures of actors or dates with or along with the mode of delivery of speech, the analysis of the structure of the drama and the styles, directions about song, the musical instruments to be used. It is difficult in a short span to impose all a great variety of the play mentioned above. However, hardly there is any work in the dramaturgy in any language having any comprehensiveness, the sweep and the literary and artistic flair of the Natyashastra, and taking Avigyan Sakuntalam into discussion. Perhaps this is a growth from its principles, it seems. Thank you. Hello. Today's topic.